So do people who are the victims of narcissistic abuse bring it on themselves? Absolutely not. There is no way that we can blame a victim for something that happened to them, that an abuser brought their pain and placed it on someone else. It is not the victim's fault at all. Having said that, there are things that the victim has working in their heart and in their spirit that they may be completely, totally unaware of, that impacts their vulnerability, that impacts their susceptibility to someone who is a narcissist. What I don't want in bringing these truths about areas of my heart that I learned that I had that made me vulnerable to a narcissist, what I don't want is somebody saying, oh, see, you have that same pattern and you're bringing this on yourself. That's not the case. It's the same exact principle as, let's say there's a young woman who likes to wear fairly sexy or revealing clothing, and they get abused by somebody. Did they bring it on themselves, or did the abuser choose to abuse? Obviously, the abuser chose their behavior. That's how this works. So for someone to say, see, you brought this whole thing on yourself, it doesn't work that way. No one goes into a relationship wanting to be abused. No one goes into a relationship thinking, hey, I know, I'll put myself into positions where I'm going to be vulnerable to narcissistic abuse. What a great idea. That's not how this works. We cannot blame the victims for what they go through. What we can do is that we can look at the patterns and look at why these things occur across cultures and across regions and different socioeconomic status and find out what the commonalities are between the people. And then look at that and say, okay, let's see what was going on in the heart. Let's see what was happening in the families previous. Let's see what those things are so that we can bring them to light and stop the abuse from happening again. Because if we don't deal, as victims, if we don't deal with what is going on in our heart, we may be susceptible to it happening again. And that's what I want to prevent. That's what I want to help people with. So as you watch my videos and you see the different things that I bring, the different things I talk about, they are not in any way to blame the victim. No, the abuser has chosen this. But there are things in the victim that make them more susceptible. And that's what I want to help with. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share.